Hey everybody, welcome back to Family Firearm Reviews. Today we're going to check out the Sig P938 Legion. So this is their dressed up version of this little gun, and I think it's going to be a pretty neat little package, and I think it's probably going to be an awesome shooter, but that's why we're out here to range test this. I like the finish, I like the look, I like the feel, I like how concealable it is, but there is a downside which we are going to check out. So let's get into the numbers. So the numbers on our Legion here today are a 3-inch barrel. We have an overall length of 5.9 inches. We have an overall height of 4.3 inches. We're running about a 1.1 inch thickness, which is really going to be nice for concealed carry. Now we're running a 17-ounce weight, which is going to be nice, especially for a small firearm. That all metal frame is going to give us something very easy to deal with recoil, I think. It is an alloy frame with a steel slide, and we do have a set of nice sights on here. We have a nice set of white dots in the rear and a glowing white dot with a green circle around it in the front. So I think acquiring that front sight is going to be really easy on this firearm, especially in a stressful situation. They are tritiums, they do light up and glow in the dark, which is something you're definitely going to want to have with a concealed carry firearm because you never know when you're going to need it. So with the numbers out of the way, let's get into the features. So with our 938 Legion here, there's some really nice features. It does have all 1911 controls. So you can see we have our safety. It is ambi, either side, flip up, flip down. So you can carry it cocked and locked. It's in a nice spot where you can swipe it right down when you grab a hold of the firearm. We do have some texture on the back of the hammer. So if you do carry it like this and you need to cock it back for that first shot, it will not cock with the safety on. You must remove the safety and then cock it. So that's another safety feature they threw in on this Legion. It has the Legion written right here, right above the sight, and it does have the Legion grips and the markings on each side of the grip, which is kind of nice. The grips feel very good, nice and textured. There are some really nice cross-checkering pattern in here. So there's lots of grip and texture on this. It's done very well. One thing it is lacking is the trigger guard. As you can see, that trigger guard is very small. You can see my finger in there. So if you have big mitts, big hands, you're wearing gloves in the winter, that's going to be a problem for you. It may get in the way of you getting your finger into that firearm properly and onto that trigger. Now, another thing that's very, very nice we talked about before is the sights. The sights look great on this firearm. And you have kind of that set of combat sights that a lot of firearms are coming out with. They're flat on this backside, so in a combat situation, if we need to, we can rack it against something if we only have one hand, if we're injured or something of that nature. You do have a great set of rear slide serrations, but I feel like the front ones were a bit of an afterthought. They're kind of hard to grip, and as you can see them right there, they're not very deep, not very textured. So that is something I wasn't expecting, especially out of a Legion, and the price for something small like this. So it did come with two different mags. We have a 6-round mag and a 7-round mag. Now, I think this may have went to a different Sig at one point in time, because if I put this one in, it actually fits up inside of the firearm, as you can see. There's a little bit of a loop there where there's nothing, out of the bottom of the firearm. But there is a little tab here, which is a nice feature, that if you had to, you could strip it out of there. Now, if we put the larger mag in, give ourselves that 6-round or that 7-round capacity, we can get our full pinky on there. It gives us a little bit of a pinky rest on there, adds a little bit to the grip, but not much. So we do just have the 2 mags for this one today. They might make extended ones out there. I didn't really look, but those are what we're running with today. It is an all-metal gun again, and we're going to check out that trigger. So we do have a nice crisp trigger pull. We're running around 6.5 pounds for our trigger pull here. And then we have our reset. Very nice. You can hear it click, tactile. That's maybe under a 1/4 inch, probably around 1/8 of an inch of travel. We get right back on that trigger. So I think this is going to be a very nice, comfortable gun out on the range. I think it'll be a little bit of fun out there. It does feel like on that first rack, it is a little hard to rack. So it may be an issue for somebody with grip strength problems. That's something we're going to test out today. We're going to get 2 shooters. Lauren and I are both going to shoot it. So we're going to check that out, see if she can rack it, and she'll give you her thoughts too. We are going to run this with our sticky holster. We just kind of pick one of these up, kind of a jack of all trades. When reviewing these concealed carries, they do kind of single and double stacks. We need to invest in a single stack mag holder, which is the downside to these. It is single stack. With a lot of the firearms going out these days, having the double stack magazines, I think that this may be a nice firearm, but I don't think it's going to be a great firearm just because of that. So let's get down into the ammo we're going to run today. So we are going to run some 115 MagTech. I've heard some good and bad stuff. I've never had any problems with this, but I was looking on a few of our gun pages. Some people are starting to have some issues. Maybe they're having some quality control, but we'll test that out today. I got some 124 Fiocchi so we can test maybe some defense loads. And then we've got a 115 grain heaters. We're gonna run all those through there, or herders, however you say it. We're gonna run that through there and see how it runs with the firearm, see if it has any issues with any of these ammos today. So let's get to the important stuff and get out to shooting. We're out here with the P938. Yes, I did have to look down to read it because I forgot. So we're gonna take our accuracy test. I really like this front green sight, so I think that's really gonna help out. I've got a target here at 10 yards. Let's see how we do with our first 3 shots. It's a nice little grouping, can't complain about that.
I'm going to take my accuracy test with the P938. Now I've got a little bit of high hopes. I like how it feels. I like the all metal. I like all the texturing on it, and it's a nice size. It's really lightweight. I don't think I'm going to have so many issues with recoiling and pushing it out of the way, but we'll see. So we'll take some shots. All right, let's see how I did.
Gonna run the Fiocchi 124 grain, see how that runs through the firearm. We did 115 MagTech when we did our accuracy test. So let's get that going. Oh, didn't go all the way in battery. There we go. Not too bad. Can even shoot her one-handed. How lovely is that? Now that we've got our 150 rounds to the firearm, let's get our final thoughts on our first shots today. We're here to do a wrap up with the Legion 938 from Sig. I was actually very impressed with this. It shot very well for a small gun. It felt like a larger gun in my hand. The accuracy was nice. I really enjoyed the sights. That front green sight really made it easy to get on your target. You focus on that. You can easily line these back ones up. You know, as you progress through the targets, it was easy to move from target to target with that. It differentiates it from the rear white, you know what I mean? And it's a nice set of sights on this firearm. Capacity is the downside, right? We've got 7 and 6 rounds. That 6-rounder, again, I don't think really came with this gun. It was like an extra mag. Again, we picked this up used, but it fits solely inside of there, right? So the trigger wasn't bad. Again, 6 pounds, pretty heavy for a 1911 trigger. And I did use the safety, flip them on and off. They're very good, very intuitive. They don't get in the way. They're not hard to get on and off, which we know from 1911s. It's a very comfortable firearm in the hand. Again, the only downside is this small trigger guard right here. You're not going to be able to have big mitts or, you know, wear gloves or something like that. So if you're carrying this in colder weather or somewhere you're going to be wearing gloves, that may be an issue for you. I didn't have any issue today. Didn't run any gloves. I actually forgot mine at home, but maybe I'll try that a little later.
I really enjoyed it. The sights on this are nice. The size is great. Everything about how it's made with all of that metal but still has all the textures and the stippling, it feels really good in the hand. Like you said, all of the switches, all of the mechanisms, they all function very smoothly. It feels like everything's really well made and well put together there. Really one of the only disappointments, as you said, is that low capacity. You're out there shooting, you're having fun, and then you're out. And then you're out again. But other than that, I mean, it was reliable for us. It worked really well, and I really liked how it felt in my hand. Like those sights so much better than some of the sights that you can get on guns. Everything came out of the box set up pretty well.
Yeah, and again, transitioning to targets is very easy with this. It's easy to focus on that front green sight. It's easy to get the gun maneuvered around. It's very small, compact, but it doesn't feel like that. It's not real snappy like some of the smaller firearms that we've had. That all metal, that extra weight, I think this is around 17 ounces for a small gun like that, and that's unloaded. So we ran 124, 115. All of it felt good. All of it ran well. We had no malfunctions with this today. So I think this is a winner. Again, Lauren could rack it, right?
Yeah, I had no problems with it. Like I said, everything about using it and all that functionality all ran really smoothly, especially for me. Normally I have like a hiccup here or there, something where I can't pull hard enough or I can't push down strong enough, and I had no issues with this.
I think one time I hit the release and it didn't go into battery, but super simple. I tapped the back, got into battery, and I could keep going, right? So I think maybe that was the closest thing we had to a failure with this, but this is great. I know we did a Kimber that was about this size and it failed miserably. This is definitely an upgrade. I know this is the Legion, so it's kind of the top of the line, but I would totally recommend this Legion if you want a small concealed carry, easy to get around. The only bad thing, again, low capacity, but if you're doing, you know, a nice dress-up situation or in the summertime when it's warmer, you've got less imprint, right? Something this small is going to give you a lot less imprint than something larger, right? It's very thin. I think that this is a definite winner. So we appreciate your time. Thanks for checking it out. Hope you liked the review. We do have some links down below. Go ahead and check those out. You get some cool merch like this. And Lauren also has some shirt designs she designed for ladies. So check those out. See you later.
Bye.
Thanks for watching our video. Make sure to hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of our future videos. If you like the video, make sure to like and subscribe to our channel.
Comment below. We want to hear from you. Get more content from Family Firearm Reviews by joining our Patreon and checking out the links